Greetings, friends. We are back. We're doing relaxed session of whatever. Ryan and I are gonna look at things. Ryan, what are we gonna do?
Well, we're gonna watch a UFC fight and then a pro wrestling match, followed by another UFC fight. I think we'll have a UFC pro wrestling sandwich going on. So, do you want to tell everyone what the first fight we have going on? Your selection?
Heck yeah. So our first one is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir 2. That happens at UFC 100. Hold on, I'm just pulling up the things. This is the fight overview that I got from chat. It's UFC 100, July 11th, 2009. This was the highly anticipated rematch between Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir. Their first meeting was at UFC 81, which was a controversial one, with Frank Mir submitting Brock Lesnar via knee bar in the first round. Lesnar came into UFC 100 with a chip on his shoulder, aiming to prove himself as a real deal in the heavyweight division. So this is our first fight, and then we'll get to the second one once we get to the second one.
You explained that very well. That's professional.
Thank you. It was ChatGPT. It wasn't me.
I'm giving you so much credit there.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I spoke to the computer. I did minimal reading. It was nice.
Okay, so anyone who wants to watch along, if you want to pull up, I think you have the invite in your Discord. Explain this, how that works.
Drop these bad boys in the Discord just so that everybody can follow along with us. So if you're ever in doubt, check out that over there. Hold on.
Yeah, so we wait a hot minute before we even get started because my delivery is actually gonna be here soon.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Do it.
Yeah. So, how have you been?
I have been good. Today, it's like the day after Hump Day. It's a long week. I feel like Thursday's long. How about you?
Yeah, this has been a very long, actually, a normal week. I definitely felt the week, but it's already Friday. So I got one more day so I can,
What do you mean Friday? Today's Thursday.
Well,
tomorrow's Friday. Okay, cool. Don't confuse me like that. I'll cry.
My next birthday will be Friday, and that's always a good thing because that means I don't have to work the day after. Even though I actually do have to go to work on Saturday, but only for 4 hours. So
nice.
Not terrible.
That sounds good.
Money, which is always nice.
That's also good. Yeah, it would be nice to do something fun. I don't know. It would be cool to go see a thing or a game. I know one of our friends is watching the Blue Jays today. I'm pretty sure they're losing though. So
Yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of faith in Toronto teams, if I'm being completely honest.
Yup. It's because they eat shit all the time. I do like the Jays though. I lived right across from the place where they play, Rogers Center. Skydome. It's the Skydome. For a while, so I really got into it, and I don't know. Baseball's one of those games. Don't drop us. We need you. I swear to God, if this game keeps asking me stupid questions. Oh man.
Wait 1 sec. I lost my audio, and I don't know why.
I lost
my TV turned off because it does that, and it's annoying.
Okay. That's okay. We're both experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And we can't undo this for some reason. That's cool. Ryan and I are spicy today, so everybody watching this, let's prepare for the spice.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's Thursday, and also just it's Thursday. There are many things to do. Yeah, I definitely feel like I want it to be Friday.
Oh, God, I'm gonna have to turn off because my delivery wants me to take a picture of the food.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you want me to... Which one is it? Okay, they can't see you.
Actually, no, I don't have to.
Okay, well.
It should be here, but I'll be right back.
Have fun. Don't get kidnapped.
Yeah.
This one's just charging continuously. Why? Why must you be this way? Any news? No news. I am working on setting up all of our Patreons and all the other jazz, YouTubes, whatever. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing like oh my god, do you see how much fucking yarn this is? I have to stop swearing. I know I have to stop swearing. It's gonna happen. Just like chill, everyone. So I'm setting up the Patreon. I'm gonna do like a separate stream. I think I realized that I really miss like playing WoW. Just playing WoW, yapping. So I'm gonna do that one of these days, but I'm also gonna do like a dev stream, I guess. Perhaps I'm gonna do that to like a closed audience. I don't really know yet. Perhaps I'll do vlogs. Perhaps it'll be my like exploration place. Greetings. What you get?
I got a 3 quesadillas.
Ah, it sounds yummy. Yeah. Okay, if that makes that sound again, I'm gonna.
Part UFC watch along. It's always set up. Part mukbang or something.
Yeah. Cool. When you're ready to count us down, we shall do the thing.
3, 2.
Oh my god. So much yarn. I don't even know where
Okay,
this
you ready?
begins. Probably. Yes.
Do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, cool. Yeehaw.
Good old Brock.
He looks thick.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. He's a big man. I like his chest tattoo. Always. Look at that octagon. It's like covered in blood.
This must have been a good show.
Mm.
They got right into it.
I feel like I can really hear the audio from
Is this better?
probably.
Oh!
Okay, cool. Jesus. Just covered in blood. Sprawl time. Big man. Big man doing big man things.
Oh! Brock's just in there ready to kill someone at all times. How's your gameplay going?
dog doesn't do anything stupid.
Huh.
He's like out there unsupervised.
But is he a good boy?
Jesus.
Is he a good boy?
It's like, I'm okay.
Oh. Holy crap. He's already bleeding.
Here we go.
Brock's just in there ready to kill someone at all times. Can you hear me?
Jesus. Huh?
Oh, you can. Okay. I
Yeah,
was like, my audio fine? You're not acknowledging me.
I can hear you. You are quieter now. But I think that's also just me because my thing is louder.
Right.
But it's okay. That's okay. What do you think of this so far?
Brock is a scary man.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be locked in a cage with him. Look at all that blood though, Jesus. They must have had a whole ass night that night. I mean, it's, what is this, UFC 100? Yeah, that makes sense.
He probably had a big time supercard for 100.
Oh yeah.
This is the main event, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Promise I won't eat this whole time. I'm just a hungry boy.
Yeah, that's cool. I just had food at whatever time. Almost the end of Ramadan. Both excited and not excited. Ayo.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter again?
My favorite?
Oh! Yeah.
Like, currently fighting?
All time.
I feel like I don't know. I haven't seen enough to have one of all time yet. I mean, Khabib, obviously. So that's harder. But right now, people keep asking me that. It's just hard to, hold on. I have an ad.
Can't pause.
Assassin's Creed. No, it's okay.
I'm at 6:14. Tell me when.
Weirdly, in this, I'm at 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Weirdly, they were like, oh no, this one's at 6:20. No, that doesn't make sense. No, they're both synced up. I don't know how it's still synced up. That's fine. Right now, I'm like a really big fan of several gyms, so it's like hard to separate them. I like what Gore's gym is doing in UFC right now. I obviously love just like all of Nurmagomedov's camp. Favorite fighter though, I really like Sugar Sean O'Malley, but that's just because he's a product of metropolitan U.S. I guess, and that gamers that smoke weed and fight in the UFC make me happy.
Did you see yourself in them? Oh, he's
yeah,
clapping
probably.
Him. He's clapping him. He's done.
Ayo.
He's done. He's done. Brock.
Jesus.
Brock Lesnar.
Big boy. I love Islam. Yeah, I don't know. They're all. It's hard to choose. Why he mad?
I think Frank Mir said something to him. He's definitely amped up.
They really get into it, don't they?
Well, I know
I
Brock
really do.
Lesnar got a lot of doubters because he came from WWE, where they didn't think
Yeah,
anything. So he came to prove people wrong here.
I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they had an issue last time, right? Because it said that there was that leg crank and blah blah blah. So,
Oh my god.
but this is like my thing with um, like talking. What is it? Trash talk and all that stuff. Like it's just I feel like because there's so many different people, different types of people, and different like countries or whatever cultures, and like some people are cool with it and it's like part of sportsmanship, and then other places are like not, they don't do it. And I feel like sometimes if you have like a misunderstanding, it can just like lead to people taking things really seriously, but also could be a wonderful weapon of like psychological friggin'
I
psychological
mean,
warfare.
UFC like definitely shows that there's more money in the trash talk game than the respect game. And that's true.
Really? I don't know. I feel like they've definitely cleaned up quite a bit now.
I don't. I mean, UFC's probably make. I'm not sure if they're making more money now. Maybe they are, but
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
UFC was much bigger in like this era. I remember UFC like took over the
Mm,
world in 2010.
yeah, I definitely feel like it's coming back. So like, so that was the first one. I definitely feel like it's coming back, and I feel like it's coming back a lot more professional. So like, it's definitely got like a much more professional air to it, and like much more athleticism, where like you can't really trash talk in certain ways and areas.
Like,
What's our second one?
okay, so we got I picked this one out just for you since you said how much you love CM Punk. I want to show you the match that really made him a big star. Like he was like a known name beforehand, but this match is what like turns into like a household name where like people outside of like the wrestling fan base really knew who he was. So it's on YouTube. You can go ahead and you can click the link for all those who may be watching. But it's CM Punk versus John Cena and Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah, hold on. By WWE, right?
Sorry?
By
Yes.
WWE there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. What were you saying?
I wish they had the pre-match promo going into this, so it's just going right into the match because the promo really sets the stage for everything that's about to transpire here. So I'll
Okay.
happily like go along like as it's going in because
Okay.
this is like WWE. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started.
Okay. Are you counting? Oh, hold on. I need to find it on phone YouTube. I need to get my headphones that just plug directly into the thing. I need to do things.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Um,
I need to get a better setup, so no snacking.
yeah, Ryan's getting a better setup. We have things happening, guys. Things be happening, so stick around. It'll be fun.
Me too.
Is this a? There's also like Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk coming up. Is that a thing?
That has happened before. That was like 2 years after this.
That's cool. I'm pretty excited about this. I feel like psychologically, I enjoy WWE on like a. It's fun to watch, and I don't have to like. You don't have to do any predictions. You just
Yeah.
fucking you
Maybe
just
you
do the
can't
thing.
predict. You can't predict.
But they don't bet on it, right? Like,
No, there's no
okay,
betting.
cool.
Like you,
Yeah,
like it's still a tournament, right? That's kind of
yeah.
great.
But like W or fucking UFC, there is betting, and so it's like so much more stressful because people will be like,
Yeah.
what are you picking? What are your picks?" And I'm just like, don't ask me, don't bet on those picks either, because I only predict well if I like am very thoroughly committed to something. If I'm not, and if I'm just like
Yeah.
looking at it from like a glance, I usually get it wrong. If I've like watched hours of footage, maybe I have a better chance. But like, don't ask me right before a fight who I'm cheering for. I'm like, fucking, I don't know that one because I like
Well,
his bow tie.
if you're more like into, I implore you to not get into it with the online wrestling fandom because it can get insane. You think your like mom died if the wrong guy wins the match. Yeah, it gets bonkers. Like I can't really talk too much crap because I remember being like 17 and like would have meltdowns. But actually, as a kid, it was a lot worse.
Teenagers.
I think as a kid, it's a lot more excusable. But like I remember being 17, I'd be like pissed if the wrong person won, which like I kind of
Yeah.
look back and cringe a little bit. But it's gross.
Adolescence. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there a
Okay.
lot of people like you would think it goes insane. But anyways, let's get started.
Yeah, you do
So
countdown.
three, two, one, go.
Yeehaw. Okay, cool.
Oh, also, I need to note that this match takes place in Chicago, which is CM Punk's hometown.
Mhm. Cool.
If you listen to the crowd, you can tell who they're cheering for.
Cool.
This is like one of the loudest like crowd reactions in history.
Pretty neat. I am excited to watch one of those Undertaker fights too. That sounds like fun.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me think of one.
Yeah, no, I'm down for Thursdays where we just do this back and forth situation. Because I feel like, yeah, like it's not as entertaining to watch like an entire UFC card because they ebbs and flows, right? Like your first one is going to be really high entertainment, and then like the next two are just going to be like, maybe they'll win, maybe they won't, maybe it'll be super boring, maybe it won't, but like we have to have this tournament because it's a tournament after all.
So essentially, leading into this match, CM Punk's WWE contract was coming to an end. It actually did end like
I have an
technically
ad
two
going on.
weeks. Sorry.
I have an ad.
Oh, I'm paused at
Hold on. I'm at
150.
101. Oh, okay. 108. 7. Oh, 12. That one's at 12. Hold on. You're at 116, you said? Hold on,
Yeah,
just stay at 116.
yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
And yeah. Go.
Three,
Yeah, you
two.
go.
Oh,
Okay. Did you just go?
you want me to lead the countdown? Yeah, I'll do the
Yeah.
countdown.
Okay, do it again.
I'll
I'm
do the
at
countdown.
one. I'm at one. Hold on, I'm at 120 now. Sorry, guys. This is what we have to do. We need to do a watch party. We need to do a watch party.
I think
Um,
someone needs YouTube Premium.
well, you know what? There's so many fucking subscriptions to pay for, but yeah, I do. I do. I miss my YouTube Premium. Okay. You do a countdown.
Three, two, one, go. You're at 116, right?
I'm at 122.
Oh, okay,
Fucker.
wait.
Okay.
Pause. Pause.
I'm at 127.
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
I'm at 129 now. Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm at 134.
Okay, whatever.
So just tell me when to go. Just go ahead and then tell me when to go.
No, I can't. I can't. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm at 134. You do a countdown now, and then we'll play it.
Three, two, one, go.
Okay, cool. Okay, what were you saying?
So the story going into this match was CM Punk's contract was coming to an end, and they kept wanting him to resign, and he didn't want to do it. He didn't like being in WWE anymore. He made a bunch of money, like he saved a lot of it, so he didn't feel like he needed the company. He felt like he had worked hard for things, and he was never really granted like true opportunities.
Mhm.
Felt like a lot of people in the back like were like begrudgingly giving him the spotlight because like the crowd was super into him.
Mhm.
And like he didn't like that, so he basically said, "Yeah, screw you. I'm leaving at the end of this." And so he cut what's called the pipe bomb, which is like a pretty groundbreaking promo where he called out all the backstage politics of WWE, the toxic culture, the bullying that actually happened backstage, how they overpush John Cena and they like throw away wrestlers like they're nobodies, and basically said he was sick of it. The whole storyline going into this was Vince was trying to get him to resign, so he wrote up a bunch of contracts. But CM Punk, in his heart, wanted to leave the WWE, so he basically asked for a contract that was like pretty, like they wouldn't have been able to live up to it. He was saying how he wanted his own jet, he wanted his face on all the turnbuckles, basically
Mhm.
like doing all this extra stuff that he knows that they're not going to agree to,
Hmm.
just so he can like just leave.
Mhm.
But he won the number one contendership match, and he made a vow that he was going to take the WWE Championship, the most prized possession in WWE, and he was going to leave with it. He was going to leave Chicago with the championship, and he was not going to resign, and he's going to leave WWE high and dry with no world title.
Mhm.
John Cena was their current world champion. Vince McMahon got involved, basically threatened John, saying if you don't prevent Punk from leaving Chicago with that championship, you're gonna get fired yourself. So yeah,
Jeez.
we have this match. There was a lot of
That's a
it felt very
lot of
real. And wrestling
feelings.
kind of needed this like wake up call because wrestling was kind of like it was a very stale product. It was very much the John Cena show, and like every wrestler that got any type of momentum was essentially just fed to Cena, and it was really frustrating as a fan at this point. And
Mhm.
like CM Punk really gave it that like a shot in the arm that it really needed, and that's a lot of fans gravitated towards it. They felt the way Punk was feeling too. They didn't like the product the same way they used to, and yeah, that's how.
He's so intense.
Yeah, he's a very passionate man. You know, a
Cool.
lot of people hate him. He's very like he speaks his mind, and that's what I like about Punk. Like he does
Yeah.
not care if you like it or not. He speaks his mind.
I think that's what I like about him. I feel that. Yeah. Just because.
And John Cena, even to his credit in this promo, he defended Punk. He said, "Look, he earned his championship match. I'm gonna go win this. I'm gonna like fight him the right way." Because Vince tried to remove him from the title match altogether because he didn't like what he said in the promo. And Cena basically threatened Vince, saying, "Nope, CM Punk earned it. I want to go in there and face him. I can like do it myself." And he's like basically fighting for. He's basically has WWE on his shoulders right now. Basically, he's fighting for his company that he loves so much, has given him so much.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's important to even have that kind of medium for like artists in general to stand up and kind of voice their concerns and their issues, especially if it's something that's not happening within like motherfucking phone within like the actual work environments or stuff, because like that kind of toxic work culture is prevalent in more than just the sports industry. So to have somebody actually have a platform to speak on it back then, before the ye old big old internet situations, is like really cool, and to have somebody that stands up for those things is like even cooler. So
yeah. So
I'm
this
down
was
with
like
it.
I remember so being so excited for this show. Like I was so pumped.
Who were you cheering for?
More so, I was cheering for Punk. I was
Yeah.
fully in Punk's squad. I didn't like Cena at this time. I didn't
Cool.
want him to die like other fans did at this time because a lot of fans like legitimately wanted to see him dead, which is freaking bonkers.
That's
But
scary.
I was not
Yeah,
a fan of
what's their
Punk.
complaint against him though?
It was like he was cookie cutter. He was like Superman. He took all the stakes out of wrestling because he was presented as this
Punk
unbeatable
or Cena?
Superman.
Cena?
Sorry for Cena. For
Oh,
Cena,
okay.
he was literally like Superman. Like he
Yeah.
shrugs off the like it's nothing. Every wrestler you start to like eventually just gets like fed to him,
Yeah.
and so it's like, oh my god, it got frustrating. And like this was like Cena was definitely like made for the kids, like as a superhero to look up to, and he was presented. He was basically Superman. Whereas
Yeah.
Punk was like kind of coming off a lot more like Batman at this time, where he has a bit of edge to him, but he believes in what like he fights for what he believes in.
I hate that it's getting to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Who
Woohoo.
would yeah rooting for here?
Oh, I think you know. I'm just Punk through and through. He's
And
just
that's why
so, I
like
don't fucking know. That
that's why
type gets
Cena's
to me
like
every
heel turn
time.
really is like so impactful because he really was this like cookie cutter like fight the good fight like good guy
Yeah.
for like 20 years. And to see him
Yeah.
like turn his back on everyone in the last like year, I'm happy they did it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it's so against everything his character stood for, I should say.
Mm. I get it. I mean, America likes to do the whole America thing, so Superman tracks.
Yeah,
But so did Batman. When does Dark Knight come out? Actually, Dark Knight comes out in like 2009, doesn't it?
I think so.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
around that time. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
and like yeah, this brought a lot of mainstream attention back into wrestling when it was gone for so long. It was kind of like trapped in its own, not trapped, but like its own little like bubble. It was very like
Did you say
consumer
butthole?
friendly and What did I? I didn't say butthole, but I don't remember what I said.
Black hole, maybe. Anyways, you were saying?
Oh, bubble.
Bubble.
Consumed its own little.
Bubble.
Yeah. So yeah, you can even hear. I'm not sure if you can hear the crowd, but they're like firmly behind CM Punk.
Yeah. Cheese. I was gonna say I bet they are, but let's not.
Wait, what? What are they?
His legs are weapons, and I bet they are.
Oh, Holly.
That's why I didn't say it. Don't look at me. I was gonna practice my punching today, but I have like no desire to multitask at all today, so just fucking.
And a lot of the criticisms that Cena had was that like he's not like a good in-ring wrestler, which I'm not sure I subscribe to that theory. He wasn't the greatest like technical wrestler of all time, but like I wouldn't say he couldn't wrestle. And so I think it's very evident in this match that like Cena also has a point to prove that he's like a lot deeper than like the work he's being presented.
Yeah. See that twist out? We watched that in UFC the other week.
Yeah. But like you didn't really like see this like type of like mat work from Cena in a lot of his matches. It was very like the bad guy would beat him up and then he'd do the 5 moves of doom and then just win. And then that was the end of it. Well, this type of crowd reaction wasn't that common. Usually it was a lot of like "Let's go Cena," Cena sucks going on. Like the "Let's go Cena" being like by girls and like little kids, and the "Cena sucks" was by like adult men, like teenage men. Whereas this one, it's just like firmly against John Cena. They're especially because they're in Punk's hometown, so that definitely helps him out too. I also reckon you don't really see like a lot of pro wrestling being presented like this on Monday Night Raw. It's not like I feel like it's a lot more flashy nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has a lot more like grit and like kind of grounded in reality.
And this is when? Like it's
This is 2011.
Yeah, but it's not Raw, right? Like what are the denominations?
This is a pay-per-view called Money in the Bank. This is like this is like a this is a pay-per-view.
What's the like WWE structure? Like how does it work?
What do you think?
Like you know how there's like the Raw and the WrestleMania and the whatever, like what's their week breakdown or monthly breakdown?
So on Monday they do Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Fridays they do SmackDown. They
Okay.
have their developmental brand on Wednesdays, which is called NXT. They also have a show on Twitter, or X, sorry, called Speed, which is like just 5-minute matches.
Okay.
And then usually once a month they'll have like a pay-per-view. They're called PLEs, premium live events, because they don't do pay-per-view anymore because everything's on Netflix or Peacock,
Yeah.
depending on where you live. But they used to be like pay like you pay like a UFC card, like you pay $50 and no.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Release.
So this was a July pay-per-view. So this was after WrestleMania, but before SummerSlam.
Okay. Yeah, so they are doing like monthly like big boy events.
Yeah. And the reason it's called Money in the Bank because every year they have a show or They have a match type. They usually have two. They have two. One for the girls, one for the boys. It's called Money in the Bank. So it's a ladder match with like 5 to 8 people, depending.
Mm-hmm.
For contract, it's called the Money in the Bank briefcase. And if you win, what that briefcase allows you to do is you can cash it in at any time within within a 12-month period for a title match of your choosing. And like the twist about that is like you can cash in that briefcase after the wrestler has fought in another match. So say someone wants to cash in like after a match, the match just gets started. So like the wrestler who was just world champion and just won the match and like they're tired and beat down, the guy who Money in the Bank who won Money in the Bank can just come right out and like cash it in and like start a match right there.
Sorry, explain that again.
So basically, they win the ladder match. They get a giant briefcase. It's called Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So they can cash that in at any time within 12 months for a title match. So say like someone just had like this brutal like match going on, they could just come right out, cash it in, and then they start like a world title match right then and there. So think of it like that UFC card we watched where the guy just walked right into the main event and won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Think of like that, but like for pro wrestlingified, where they could just come out at any time and just say, "Oh, this guy's beaten down and bloody, can barely move. I want to match with him right now. I'm using my Money in the Bank briefcase to get a title match going."
But they like forfeit the money in the briefcase or whatever.
Yeah, so if they lose the match, they lose the briefcase. But like the point of the briefcase is to win a world title.
Right. Interesting. So
So
many
that
fun
creates a lot of
rules.
you want to use it strategically. So
Yeah.
like to guarantee your odds of like winning a world title. What do you think of this match so far?
It's fun. I'm just wondering if they're gonna fight for 45 straight minutes. That's a long time. I'm
The
very
match has
impressed.
been on that long.
I'm very impressed with their cardio.
Yeah, like wrestling cardio is like training
Insane.
wrestling. Like you can't really just like I mean like the treadmill helps, but like in ring cardio is like way different than normal cardio because it's
Yeah.
such like a hybrid. Because like you got to incorporate like weightlifting and speed and all this stuff. There are techniques to do. Like this is what's called a rest hold. So this is like them they're like putting drama in, but they're really just getting their breath back.
Oh, that's true. Right. Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't that didn't occur to me until literally right now where I was just like cuz I'm so used to like when if they're on the ground in UFC, then they're just like having a struggle snuggle and like that takes a lot of energy out of them, but it didn't occur to me that like if you're not actively trying to actually submit the person and you're doing it this way, then like you don't as yeah, that makes sense. That's a good place to rest.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah, there's so much like you're using such a different brain.
Because it's like it's a performance art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everyone like knows it's fake, but like you can't make it look like too phony because then it's like
Yeah.
it's like a movie. Like it's fake, but like if like the guy doesn't even like punch him in the face, we're like, well, that wasn't real at
Yeah.
all.
Let's restart this. No, I like it. I really do like it. I feel like it really uses it's a different part of my brain, but it feels like solid entertainment. do, 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 do. What's your favorite part of this so far?
This, I just remember like, I'm just like taking myself back to that point in time when this was happening live. Like I've seen this match honestly multiple times, so like I kind of like know what's coming next. But I'm just
Oh,
like,
right.
I remember just, like this match just felt real. I don't know how to explain it. Like I always knew it was fake, but like I remember just like every time like something like that happened to Punk being like, no, 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 no.
Wild. No, it definitely looks real. I mean, I feel like also just if it's emotionally real or like politically
Like,
real, then it makes it so different.
like the wrestling's done best is like when you care who wins and loses. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
Like if you don't really care who wins or loses, I mean, it's like fine to watch, but it's like okay, like you're gonna forget about it the next day. Like I couldn't tell you like half the matches that happened on Raw on Monday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And like you can't obviously you can't always get that feeling because like
Well, it wouldn't
some
be
matches really don't
fun.
feel like
Yeah, like it wouldn't be fun if it's like high adrenaline. They talked about that at some point. If it's high adrenaline all the time, and it just takes it away, right? So you need that like emotional roller coaster almost to for it to be meaningful, or
yeah,
else it just
like,
loses.
yeah, exactly. Like, but like you also have to have all these like 5 7 minute matches on Raw to like become like get the crowd invested in you to begin with. That's all I was like about there.
Oh, jeez, wow, that's crazy.
How's your fight going?
I'm literally walking in circles, repeating the same 4 or 5 punches. I'm gonna do this until I learn all of the controls and then all the combos. This is gonna be a long process,
Yeah.
but I'm excited for it. I really like it. I
I
really
think
like the
awful.
testing.
It's a nollie. Oh,
Oh boy,
that's like a thin like yin mat. That I know those hurt.
crazy. Oh jeez. Yeah, like that looks really painful, guys. I wonder how he deal like how they both deal with pain.
I
What's
mean,
your
wrestlers from like the 80s like did not deal with it in the right way. They were all
yeah
on steroids. They were all a bit not all, but they were a lot of them were on painkillers. A lot of them did a bunch of cocaine. Like they were like raunchy degenerates, if I'm being completely
yeah
honest. Um, there was a certain incident. Well, there's a couple incidents that made WWE have to clean it up.
mhm
Um, there was the steroid scandal in the '90s. There was the Chris Benoit situation. I'm not sure if you
mhm
know about that.
yeah I do. I watched a
That really,
documentary on Netflix.
yeah, that
Not funny.
really
Not
cleaned
funny.
things up because they're like, what the frick is going? Why are all these wrestlers dying so
Yeah.
young?
But that's not that wasn't specifically even steroids, that was CTE, right? Um because
It was a combination
both.
of things
Yeah.
because like they were
Oh,
doing
cuz you
this
get
like
roid
300
rage
plus days.
too, yeah.
Yeah, they were doing this 300 plus days a year.
Yeah.
Like especially in the '80s, like if you didn't wrestle, you didn't get paid. Like, and that was the end of
Yeah.
it. So people would wrestle injured.
Yeah, I was reading. I was watching something that was talking about that. That's crazy. I'm glad, but this is why we have all these regulations now, right?
Yeah, like even the UFC's like had to clean it up.
Yeah. No, that's my major concern with like, entertainment like this or any kind of physical and martial related arts, like, is the damage to your body, but also the damage to your brain over time, because it
Right.
really does take that wild toll. So, um, yeah. I was also just wondering because like CM Punk is supposed to be straight edge, right? So I'm just wondering what his tactics for like dealing with that is, because that's a
I'm not
lot of.
sure. Like the fact that he did like this schedule, like completely straight edge, is like mind-boggling to me.
Right. Was he always straight edge, or was it, or is this?
I think he was a straight edge. Like it happens to do with because his father was an alcoholic,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so he like kind of embodied that because like he didn't really want to end up like I don't know what his relationship is like with his like actual family. But I don't think it's good still, but I can't really comment on that so much.
Mhm.
I know at one point it was like really bad.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, he was, and honestly, he came in at the perfect time. Like the reason, like he even got like, I feel like he got even like the small push he did get was because they were going through like all these allegations of like drugs being ran through in wrestling, and they needed a guy to like be like, hey, we have CM Punk. He's a straight edge wrestler. What do you mean? You know,
Mhm.
look at CM Punk here. Like really
Mm.
came in right at the perfect time. Like just to like be like, hey, look at this guy. You know, he doesn't do any drugs. He's good. What are you saying?
Okay, so you don't think that it's like just a show thing, right?
What do you mean? No, he's like. I think he's
Like
genuinely
he
like
actually
straight
is
edge.
genuinely straight edge. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think he's. I think he has like commented like a couple times. So like, I think like his friend died, and they think he had a shot in his honor, which is whatever.
That makes sense. I feel that.
He drinks coffee, if you count that. Some people do, some people don't.
Meh.
Yeah, I feel this. And he has taken like he's had to take like prescription medication when he's
Yeah.
like been injured, which is like I said, whatever.
I feel like that's fair.
He never like actively like seeks prescriptions. He wasn't like out drinking every night. Like there were wrestlers that like they would get like addicted to prescription painkillers. Like they would find doctors that would just prescribe them shit, and then they just like pop them like it's
Yeah.
pain.
I mean, I was reading like Brock Lesnar's page and stuff like that, and they were talking about the scandals and the blah 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 that they had, but also because it was like his like second retire, or like after his first retirement from the UFC, and the whole steroid scandal, whatever. Um, but then him coming in like when he's older and trying to get back into it, like I see the like allure to doing steroids and stuff like that, especially when you're trying to compete with like younger fighters. Um, because WWE is one thing, but then like UFC is another thing, and so like trying to get that edge by getting steroids and stuff, but it's just not good for you. So,
Yeah, no.
especially back then,
No,
because it was so much more competitive. Like it's competitive now, but at least you have like your own platform that you can take advantage of. But back
right.
then it was like, if you're not getting coverage from the promotion itself, then you're kind of shit out of luck for any kind of recognition. I get it. I'm glad we are where we are today.
Yeah, it's a lot better place. And, like especially now that Vince McMahon's out the door, which thank God.
Yeah.
I
So
could tell a lot of the wrestlers are like much healthier and happier.
you didn't like him?
Listen, I'm not gonna take away like what he's done. I just think
Mm-hmm.
he's a like narcissistic sociopath. Like he's a tyrant, like straight the hell up.
Yeah.
Like
I watched the documentary. I'm pretty like it. They didn't really go into details as to what happened at the end there, um, but yeah, definitely weird. And I think Netflix was kind of pointing it in this direction of just like, oh, was it his, like, was it just like a character that he was playing, or was he really like that? And I'm just like, I can't tell, but I also just can't
I
tell
think
with many
like
people.
this is like a case of like he basically like the artist becoming the character. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, I think he like started to like believe in his own shit a little too much.
yeah. No, that
And
makes
like he
sense.
became
People in power tend to end up falling into that
and
path.
like there's like
If
way too
unchecked.
many allegations against him doing like perverted and perverse stuff for me to
Yeah.
think like it's not just like someone looking for like a payout. Like I believe every single like allegation against him.
Yeah. That that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like once there's like too many, I feel like he kind of seems like a person within a neurodivergent spectrum where like if you don't know what you're doing and if you're like just not aligned the right way, then you can find yourself in places that you're doing things and you can make a good choice or you can make a bad choice. And then if you continuously just make the bad choice, like, yeah, it makes sense that you just like didn't get this or that or the other. But then if you continuously keep making these like questionable decisions, it amounts to a whole thing that is like not excusable by the fact that you like socially didn't know what to do in that situation or whatever. Um,
Like and like
you
the
know,
thing
because
is
it's
with
like,
like him, like sorry, go
yeah.
on.
Well, I was just gonna say because it's like a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's a different time, and like the way that people treat women or the way that people not the allegations, but like the other stuff, right? And it's like again, if you kind of regret it or if you don't stand by that decision or if you like see the issue of your ways and you've changed, that's like one thing. But if you haven't done that and you still at your core like stand with those things even after you've learned like why something's shitty, that's like where it's a character issue or whatever.
Yeah.
What
Well,
were you
and
gonna
the
say?
thing is, he kept
Yeah.
getting away with everything. Like he
Yeah, that's
never
money.
was like, held accountable for. He got away with all of it, with all of it
Yeah.
until like recently.
That's just money. Yeah. But now you can't really do that anymore. Oh, well. I do have a felon as a.
But like he got away with it for like what? He's like pushing 80. Like he got away with it for a long freaking time, and like he's still not in jail. He's still not in jail for what he did.
Wow. He's just like cancelled.
It's just like, but like he got kicked out of WWE. But like, okay, he sold all his shares. He's still a billionaire.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But he should be in
Yeah.
jail.
Nah, they don't care about that.
Yeah, this is where it really starts. They start picking up the pace, and you really start like believing who might win and lose here.
Yeah. No, I like this.
This is gonna
Um, hmm? You
start
go.
on.
What? No, you go.
I was gonna say that was seen as a submission finisher. It's called the SPF.
Ah. No, we were watching UFC last time, and then you're like, oh, he's about to tap out, and I was like, nah, he's not, because it's like the thing.
Yeah.
But I totally get it.
Ooh.
Wait, is he done? Is it done or no? No, no.
What's
Never
going
mind.
on?
Okay, cool.
What part are you at? We got the same part.
I'm at 31:47.
Oh, you're way behind me. I'm
Oh
at
shit.
32 to 5.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you catch up. Just tell me when to press play.
that's not too far. It's not too far. 32:05. I'm at 32:05. Go. Only 20-ish seconds. It's fine. No, I'm definitely enjoying this. I feel like I can watch him fight forever. I'm like, yes, make
Yeah,
more faces.
yeah. Yeah, this is more about like getting the drama from the crowd and really like bringing them in.
I just like his faces. He's just very expressive. So serious. Wow, yes. Don't you just want to hold man like baby? Yeah, no, seriously. Pretty wild. I would love to go to like a live version of one of these situations at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hmm.
No, we'll do that. Do you want to do a WWE show or is like any like pro wrestling show fine?
I'm honestly down for whatever. I think we should go on like an adventure and go to several things. At some point, I'd love to go to like one of the boxing and or um, MMA matches or whatever.
I'd love
I
to.
think my coach is fighting in a match. I want to say May, so we'll be there. Something is happening at Rebel at some point. I don't know. I have like fighters that are doing that.
Right.
Stuart he was headlining at the boxing event at Rebel that I went to. He also has like a big match coming up. I'm pretty sure like within the next few weeks, question mark. So I'll be tracking that, but I'm pretty sure that's in like Mexico or somewhere, so not that. See, look at all those expressive ass faces. I love it. It's cute. So
You
cute.
tell they're all on their feet too. The crowd's all on their feet.
I would be. Look at him. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, I definitely
hey,
want to
that's
go to more
the
live
finisher.
stuff. No, that's not fair.
Oh, kick out.
Duh. Um, yeah. I'd love to do live streams of live things. I really want to go to UFC 315 in May.
One.
It's in May, it's in
No.
Montreal, yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's all sold out at this point. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the tickets are like a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The elimination chamber is a lot of money too.
Yeah. I'm like when we have the finances to acquire that, perhaps
Yeah.
we shall do. But until then, we will just YouTube away.
Yeah.
YouTube away. Oh boy. What if one of them just gets really tired and like gives up on fighting halfway through? Has that ever happened?
There's been people who have like forgotten to kick out when they were supposed to.
Hmm. Interesting. How old is he here? Both of them, I guess.
I think they're both like 33, 34-ish at this time.
Hmm. Interesting. Ooh, that was cool. I like that one.
What's using the rope as a weapon?
Yeah, well, again, he's just very expressive. I know I keep saying that, but he is.
That's a big difference when a lot of like amateur wrestlers and fighters go into pro wrestling. Because I know like
That's
the
very
mentality
Shakespeare.
of like a fighter is to hide your facial expressions, or here they're
Yeah.
like more to like over animate
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Soccer players.
Yeah,
Um, um, no, yeah, they're very like expressive, but they also get close to each other. Like they're that like stuntiness of it kind of blends in with like it almost looks real, which is really really cool. I'm impressed.
yeah. I'm,
I'm
I'm
both
glad you're getting in.
impressed and entertained. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I who would have thunk combat was my thing.
yeah, yeah,
Who would have guessed? I got back into combat and I was like, this is it. This is all I ever want to do, to be honest. I was just
yeah.
thinking about it yesterday. I was just like, if I could have the perfect job, what job would it be? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it would be literally just doing this. But like, if I actually got paid for it, that would be
Oh,
fantastic.
another F you. Oh, Punk gets out again.
Dan, dan.
He's getting frustrated, trying to like barter with the ref.
Do the refs ever fight?
Uh, no, they have had matches, but it's not very. I think they've done like who cares to see the refs fight? You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Oh, I thought they were just gonna sit there and hug.
Yeah. The Uncomer's finished it off the top rope.
I thought he was gonna just like sit there and put his arm around him and be like, I love you, buddy. You're wonderful. And then, you know, they were gonna get off and have some tea together.
Yeah.
No? No, not at all. That's fine. I get it. I get it. It's alright.
I'm glad you get it.
That was cool. No. One of my like back muscles is like a little ouch, and it's very annoying. It's okay. I don't know what I did to it. I like did a little bit of a workout yesterday, so it's either that. I'm trying to, yeah. I'm trying to work out, and I'm trying to like wear heels, and I'm trying to get back to it, which is fun. This injury, like, cause I had like a herniated disc in my back, because of ADHD, to be honest, and also COVID and not exercising.
I think you need to check in from this point onwards.
Oh, what?
From this point on, oh, look who it is.
Yeah. I need a what from this point onwards?
Look who's on TV.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
Is he gonna yell at them? Punch him in the face. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty... like a pretty real death glare. Oh, fuck.
Boom.
Jeez. But yeah, it made me realize, it's like a very slow progression back to, health with injuries like that. Just because of, like, nerve damage, right? And you have to, like, push through nerve damage, gently push through nerve damage, gently with, what's it called, physiotherapy, not just by being a dickhead. Did he win? Did he lose? What does this mean? Okay, cool. Aww.
He's like depressed because now Punk might walk away WWE with the WWE Championship.
Does he? Look at him. He's adorable. Look at him. That's so cute. Do they talk? Do they yell at each other?
Wait.
That's a glare and a half. Oh, Jesus. Oh, he's like leaving soon.
Yeah, this is the last night of his contract.
Oh. But this was all predetermined though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is a Money in the Bank briefcase where you could just cash in at any time.
Right.
I'm gonna cash it in.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna run away through the crowd. Does he? Do it. Do it. Run. That's so cute. I love it.
He's gone. And at midnight, his contract comes to an end. He leaves WWE with the WWE Championship.
I kind of love that. That was beautiful.
I will say they did. Oh my god, I forgot. Sorry.
Nice.
But they did. Oh, wow. They did kind of mess up the storyline. They had Punk like come back way too soon. He loses the belt, uh, and all that stuff. They really messed up the follow up to the story.
Hmm. By doing what? Do you want to do a quick rundown?
So basically, he came back like 8 days later. He fought Cena at SummerSlam. He beat him, and then Del Rio actually cashed in. And then they did this whole stupid angle where like Kevin Nash came out and beat him up, and he said that he got a text from Triple H saying freaking stiff the winner of the SummerSlam match, but then they revealed that Kevin Nash snuck into Triple H's office and texted that message to himself. And then Triple H came back and fought CM Punk, and then Triple H beat him for some reason. It was ridiculous. They just like kind of like killed all his momentum, and I don't know why. Well, because they didn't want CM Punk to be a star. That was literally
Why?
they did everything in their power to because they didn't like him. They didn't like that.
But
he
I don't
got
understand
more popular
why.
than Punk Cena. Because
Oh.
they don't like Punk.
Because America. Sucks to suck.
He didn't like Punk because he had a mind of his own. That's really what it comes down to. Punk had a mind of his own. They didn't like him.
Well, clearly the people have spoken. So.
Yeah, but like that was the issue with the Vince because like he didn't care what the fans wanted. He was basically writing a show for himself.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody
And then,
heard
like,
that. That was my hip.
What?
I didn't even use my microphone today. My hip just popped, but also my microphone's been really far away for this entire time. So I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway, what's the next fight you got going on?
Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin. And what is my read before?
Your read?
Yeah, I have a little blurb. I have a blurb. Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin, UFC 116, July 3rd, 2010. Blah, 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 blah. Brock Lesnar faced Shane Carwin at UFC 116 in a fight that was initially thought to be a dangerous test for Lesnar. Carwin, a knockout artist with one-punch power, has stormed through the heavyweight division with an undefeated record.
Is this free fight by UFC Classic Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin?
Yes, it is. Anyways, many people thought that Carwin's power might be too much for Lesnar going into this fight. I'm not going to read the rest of it because it kind of gives away certain things, so we're just going to watch it. Where'd you go? Don't disappear.
Oh, no.
Breathe, return. I don't know which direction my hair goes, so I'll deal with it. Are you going to do a countdown for us? Give me a second, though, to get onto the page. Okay. When
Ready?
you're ready. Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck shit up. I can hear you, I think. Me.
Okay.
Sorry. Tanks. We want to be careful with that copyright stuff. They're so big. It's crazy.
Yeah, especially like Brock being his size. It's
Oh,
crazy how athletic he is.
right?
It just goes right for him, man. He
But
doesn't
see,
care.
yeah, see how, like, at this point, right? At this point, like, if you were to put a sumo wrestler in there, like, they would get murked just immediately.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because these guys are like I mean, they're all athletes, but like they're now MMA athletes that are just like trained in everything. So like if you're coming there with only one martial arts style, like you're just screwed. Re. So big.
Oh, Brock's running away. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty dominant. Pretty dominant. Jeez.
Was this when Brock Lesnar was facing diverticulitis?
Yeah, yeah. I think
That's
so.
crazy to see him handle Brock like that. That's like such a
Right?
bonk.
I would like to see some of his WWE stuff too.
There's a lot of stuff to
Yeah.
watch.
No, I'm down for that. That would be cool.
He just cut him right open. See, he's gassed there. You could tell.
Mm. There's so many like moving parts, right? Of just like the cardio and the athleticism and accuracy and all this other stuff. Knowing the different fighting styles, keeping yourself like calm and stuff like that. There's so many things to have to focus on. I feel like at this point in UFC they would have stopped that at this point. Would they? I don't know. Well,
Stop
like
what?
he's not the fight because he's like only sort of defending himself.
Yeah, I think so too.
A few times there, like he was just. I feel like the ref.
He always had like his hands up, so like.
Yeah, right. Like it's hard to tell. That's crazy. I also like Tito Ortiz from this time period. Yeah.
Oh, Brock's back up.
Jeez. Twisty turny. Right out of the problem. Twisty turny out of the problem.
Oof.
Jeez.
this is not Brock.
Jeez. Wild.
Oh, took him down.
And then something happens.
Yeah, it's weird seeing Brock move at such a slow pace, but you kind of tell he has to.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like I'd love to see the WWE version of him, because he must be so different.
Yeah, I got a few matches I could pull up with Brock. Trying to think of a good one. We'll probably do that next week.
Yeah, I'm down for like next Thursday.
Yep.
Yeehaw. Do you have any specific ones that you want to see this weekend for UFC?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to do like a highlight reel, or you had a highlight reel of someone in mind.
Yeah, well, like we could do like there's like a bunch of like documentary style ones, you know what I mean, for like specific fighters. But it's like yeah. Do we want to do GSP or do we want to do a different fighter? We could do Khabib. GSP.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Whatever your heart.
Yeah. I think we can do GSP and then we can just kind of go off goods.
Holy
Hold
crap!
on. I missed that. What was it? Submission?
He choked him out.
Ah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeehaw. I'm like, they're gonna replay it. They must replay it. Do it again. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. But see, that's what I mean, where it's like, it's the cutting off of the different blood supplies.
Yeah.
That was cool. Good job. Terrifying.
Yeah, I thought Brock was going to get slapped, to be honest. Because he got slapped around that first round.
Right. But it kind of goes, oh, look how young Dana is here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy, right? Like, it's like, there's so many different things that you can get taken out by, and like, you know, if you're not, like, you might be really good at punching, but if you get into the right position and they're able to tap you out, then rehaw. Rehaw to that. Okie dokie. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm feeling good. That was all of our stuff for the day.
Yep.
Finish this knot. What did you think of that one?
I just like seeing Brock in UFC because I'm so used to hitting like the WWE lens, and like he did bring in a lot of like UFC kind of attributes on his second run with WWE.
Mm-hmm.
If you compare his first run WWE to his second, they're like presented similar but like different. So that's really I ought to show you both.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea for next time. We could do, or that's what we're
doing. Like a Brock Lesnar, like 2002-2004 Brock Lesnar.
Heck yeah.
And I could probably show you like his 2012 return and onwards, but I'll probably do one from each if her consent.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That sounds good.
I think I got a good couple matches in mind. What about you?
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed today's WWE. That was fun. It was cool to learn. I'm excited to see more of it. It's interesting to see more of Cena, I think. So that's cool. I'm getting to know all of them. Um, I yeah, that's about that on that. I'm excited to see Brock Lesnar in more performative fashion. That'll be cool.
Yeah. It's like it still feels very Brock. You know what I'm saying? Especially in 2012, like he definitely does like carry that UFC type of attributes to him. So yeah, that'd probably be unique for you.
Yeah, I'm down. That sounds like fun. Ryan's gonna be playing whichever side of the screen it is. Um, the what is it? WWE EA Sports thing, fighting
I
game
might
at some point soon.
might be a ways away. We'll get to
Well,
that
it's up
though.
there anyways. The
We can have
promos,
everything
promos getting
set
ready.
up and yeah.
But at some point, we'd like to have like a two-way split screen so we can be playing these games while we are watching the things and stuff and practicing and doing the fun things. So that's why that is up there for anybody that's wondering. Um, yeah, what do we have on Saturday? We'll be back on Saturday to do UFC stuff. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. This Saturday we have Costa. He is fighting, I think, in match 9. He's a welterweight. Let's just look. That's just one of my fighters that I am tracking this weekend. Brendan Moreno and Steve Urquhart, they're headlining, I was gonna say, the fight night this weekend. So I'm excited, looking forward to that. And yeah, Costa's the one that I'm keeping eyeballs on, just because he makes me happy. So that's about it. I'm sure there's others on that card, but I haven't really done it. It would be cool to do fight nights and all that stuff. So hopefully UFC moves to Netflix too, and then we can yeah do the things. Um, any other things?
No, I'm set.
You're
I'm
good.
set.
Alright, okay. Well, we love you guys all. Thank you for tuning in. Lots of love, and we'll have more updates coming as we go. Reha. Love. All the love. Adios, friends. I forgot how to turn this off. Bye.